On to Sakutaro Kobayashi of Japan. He jumped the furthest in training earlier, so there are a lot of expectations on him right now. He's the oldest, most experienced competitor here, 22 years old. Can he pull it out of the bag again? Nice launch, nice style, solid, and a good landing. And he knows he's done well. 100 meters distance, the furthest jumper by far. And it's going to be difficult to catch that. It looks like he's put himself in a fantastic position for the cross-country race tonight. Sakutaro Kobayashi goes top of the pile. And look at the points, 138.6, 32 points ahead of his nearest competitor. He has a 2-minute 5-second advantage, but I can tell you that the top 9 are all in with a really good chance. There's about 50 seconds separating them. Or do they just try and catch the person in front? What sort of race, what sort of strategies are we going to see? We've got 2 Ukrainians in 5th and 6th, including Dmytro Mazuchuk, who goes 6th. As Sakutaro Kobayashi starts this race with a 2-minute 5-second advantage. And barring disaster, that's a fall or an injury or breaking a ski, I think the gold medal is already in his pocket. So, first climb for the leader. They'll be putting in a total climb of 87 meters around this course. Height difference of 46 meters. And there is a huge descent into the stadium at the end of the lap. So they're able to get some good speed up after the difficulty of getting up the slope. And this gives you a real idea of how big the gap is, how big that handicap is for the rest of the field. But also how great a jump that Kobayashi put in to get 138.6 points. 31.3 points greater than his nearest challenger. But a lot of these guys, obviously they specialize, they're better at ski jumping or they're better at cross country. And Kobayashi is trying to find sort of his path, really. He's trying to find where he's strongest at the moment. So our second competitor from the USA, Evan Nichols, is away. Straight behind him, the Czech Republic's Matej Fadrons. Rasmus Atava, Vitaly Rebnyuk of Ukraine. Andrzej Szeszczykowicz of Poland. Sort of bouncing around on their skis, just trying to keep warm, keeping their muscles active. It's a long wait when there's that sort of time difference. The rear of the pack, by the way, from 14 down, will all leave on 4 minutes 10. the judges deciding to use the wave start so that we're not waiting too long for the rear of the pack to get started. There is calmness personified. Our leader, no pressure, just has to race his race, really. Second and third, this is where the big battle is, with Rasmus Atava in fourth, just on their shoulders as they come up this first slope. Kobayashi reached the first intermediate stage in 3 minutes 18.4 seconds. So already they seem to have split into two groups. So there's the battle for silver and bronze, and you've got 6 men chasing that. And there's a lot of track for them to do that in.
All right, here we go.
As our leader already comes into the stadium. And only now have the chasers reached that intermediate point. They're 2 minutes and 9 seconds back. So the time differences have remained stable from the start. So the chasing pack have just reached the first intermediate stage, but our leader Kobayashi completes his first lap and heads out again for lap number 2.
How much time were you able to close on Kobayashi?
Hearing that Motoki Yamanaka didn't start the race. So one of the 4 Japanese athletes pulled out. But here we are. The battle that is ensuing behind the leader, and you can see that 6, 7 and 8 have now, and 5 have now caught and closed that gap. So this is really close, and if we follow them, we see if we can work out what strategy they're using. Here they come into the stadium to complete the first lap, and Evan Nichols of the USA still out in front. Mate Fadrons, who led the ski jumping at one point, and then finished fourth rather. So we've got number 7, Nicholas Malasinski of the USA coming forward. So are we going to see some team tactics here between the American athletes? Rasmus Atava lets him go, sticks to 4th place. Now in that pack, we'll have a look in a moment. Let's focus on our leader now. So he has remained steady. You could see, you know, that the chasing pack putting lots of effort in, trying to get the speed up, trying to push their limits, but they're just not closing the time difference between themselves and the leader. So the two Americans, side by side, leading this group. Mate Fadrons of the Czech Republic falling back slightly. Otava of Finland has moved up. So our leader in this pack, Nicholas Milsinski of the USA from Colorado. Kobayashi, the oldest and most experienced of the men in this competition, 22 years old. Nicholas Milsinski still out in front. Twice junior national champion. Top 15 at the Junior World Ski Championships. So 20 years old, but has done plenty of competing, plenty of experience under his belt. Nicholas Milsinski of the USA out in front. He's actually half Finnish, which is where he spent a lot of his time when he was younger. And that is what inspired him to Nordic sports, and especially the Nordic combined. Oh, there. We can see the difference now between the leader and the chasing pack. Well, the camera shot made it look like they were closing in on him fast, but the clock is not telling us that. So the gap to the leader remains just over 2 minutes. But the gap between this pack has got closer and closer. Now, number 5, Vitaly Rebenyuk of Ukraine, is beginning to fall back. Are we going to see a breakaway from these four? Mate Fadrons also dropping back. And this is where the mental attitude kicks in, because they can't start getting flustered. They can't start pushing too far. They've got to pace themselves. They've got to decide how they're going to race against the other three in the pack. Can't afford to lose focus and get it wrong on a bend. So the gap's been closed now. Change of lead. The Americans swapping the hard work, taking it in turns. And now Rasmus Atava has come out in front. Ahead of Malasinski. And comes Evan Nichols.
Number
6, they'll be wary of him. Dmytro Mazurchuk of Ukraine, known to be a good sprinter. Malasinski will be confident of the sprint finale as well.
Again, the fight for the victory may be waning, but...
And a very comfortable Kobayashi out in front. Japanese coach running alongside him, giving him his encouragement. And more than encouragement, I suspect he was giving some information and data, letting him know that he's maintaining that advantage that he had from the start. The time difference between him and second place has hardly changed. So Fadron still leading the pack. So 16 minutes at this mark and 6.4 for Kobayashi. That's a good time. Six athletes chasing 2 medals, a silver and a bronze. Matej Fadrons of the Czech Republic dropped back now. Trying to follow each other's tracks and staying in each other's slipstream. Getting a rhythm going. Uphill they come. Rasmus Atava of Finland out in front, leading the pack. Now he's known to be a really good cross-country skier, got huge amounts of stamina. He's proved that many times, but he has suffered some illness recently, so there's a question mark as to how fit he actually is. I guess we're about to find out. At the moment, he's looking good. Kobayashi still out in front, but it's Atava leading this pack with Malasinski chasing and Nichols. But here comes the leader back into the stadium for the 3rd time. And looking at the time differences, the gap between him and the chasing pack is just not coming down. He's being super consistent. Here comes a pack of 6. They begin their descent towards the stadium. Atava still out in front. Evan Nichols has now gone out in front. Atava has dropped back a little bit. See how hard work it is to get up this steep slope. So as we watch the leader, I'm wondering how long it is before there's a breakaway in this pack, and it looks like we've got it. With a lap to go, Evan Nichols has decided to push. Teammate Malasinski's right behind him. Nichols must be feeling good, must be feeling confident if that is an attempt at breaking away with still a lap to go. Atava keeping contact with second and third.
From Team USA, currently
Rebenuk of Ukraine still in the mix. Still very little to differentiate this lot. The Czech Republic's Fadrons bringing up the rear of that pack. Calm as always. The leader knows he has this race in the bag. The chasers have managed to shave a few seconds off at Kobayashi's advantage. We wondered if Evan Nichols had tried to break away, but it seems that they've now concertinaed back together again, so he's obviously thought better of it. Going to be a tough final few kilometers for the chasing pack. Kobayashi is clear. Just a kilometer left for the Japanese leader, and then the gold medal will be his. What a great performance he's put in today. And now a change of lead again. Nicholas Malasinski has gone ahead, but he hasn't just gone ahead. He's now beginning to build some distance between himself and the others. Evan Nichols right behind him. Is he going to try and chase? And Atava of Finland still very much in the mix. Then comes Mazurchuk of Ukraine. Rebenuk of his teammate, also of Ukraine. And then the man who started third, Matej Fadrons of the Czech Republic. He seems to be suffering now. breathing heavily. This is hard work uphill, especially when you see the rest of the pack moving away. That's when the psychology comes in. Can you keep it up? Can you keep pushing? So Kobayashi coming in to enter the stadium and complete the final lap. 24.5 minutes or so of racing. Well, he put in a terrific jump on the ski slope, on the ski jumping earlier today. And now he's about to complete a great performance. So here comes Sakutaro Kobayashi of Japan. He was great on the ski jumping, and he's managed to hold the advantage through the cross-country skiing as well. It's gold for Japan, their second gold in the Nordic combined after the women's success earlier in the day. Yeah, the 22-year-old has taken gold. And now he looks back to see just how far behind the chasing pack are. And if he stays and watches, he's going to see a thrilling finish, because it is really close for second and third. Well done anyway to Kobayashi of Japan, who started with a 2-minute 5-second advantage and hardly lost a second of that in his 4 laps of this course. So who's going to enter the stadium out in front? And it looks like it's going to be Malasinski of the USA. Yeah, the athlete from Steamboat Springs, Colorado Mountain College. Competing in his first FISU World Games, comes up to the finish line, and having fought with the rest of the pack for every meter and every bit of space, he does it. He takes silver for the USA. And Malasinski's half finish, well, Mate Fadrons is also in the mix, but Rasmus Atava of Finland takes fourth. Sorry, takes third. Rasmus Atava takes third. And the other American who's fought so hard, Evan Nichols, comes in behind him. So it's gold for Japan, silver for the USA, and bronze for Rasmus Atava of Finland. Yes. So it's victory for Japan, USA taking silver, Finland taking bronze, and USA's Evan Nichols taking fourth place. The 2 Ukrainian athletes have come in 5th and 6th. Takuya Nakazawa of Japan now crosses in 9th place. So 2 Japanese athletes in the top 10. And the winner, his teammate, goes over to congratulate him. Aiden Ritt, another American, crosses the line in 10th.
Oh, you did? I did quite good, but I was taking the outside. And I was, and he passed me on the
Immediately a chance for them to catch up with their coaches to already analyse how things worked out and where things went right and where things went wrong. It's a steep learning curve for these young athletes. They've got long-term future in mind, and every competition is a learning experience for them.
That's awesome.
Kazuho Kodate of Japan coming in to take 11th place. Paweł Schindler of Poland. We've got Henry Johnston of the USA coming in there and finishing as well. Sakutaro Kobayashi's been on the circuit for some time now. He's the most experienced athlete in this group, and he's shown that experience in his calmness and his control, both on the ski jump and on the track here.
Good ski. Yeah.
An excellent run from Rasmus Atava of Finland to take the bronze medal. There he is on the left. Just caught a shot of Timothy Ziegler of the USA coming in. This is Adam Skupian of Poland. Started in 15th. So we're now seeing the racers that began towards the back of the field. They all started with a wave start of 4 minutes and 10 seconds. This is Magsan Amkadjuli of Kazakhstan. Alyaska of Kazakhstan coming into the finish, the youngest competitor in Nordic combined. So a good finish for him, for the 17-year-old who finishes in 17th. Alyaska, Kazakhstan, well done to him. We know he's going to be back. He's got plenty of time.
What a great day of racing it was for Team Japan as they overtake France for the overall medal count here.
Confirmation of the results and the medals. It's gold to Japan and Sakutaro Kobayashi. Nicholas Milsinski in the end of the USA takes second, with Rasmus Atava in third.
Ladies and gentlemen, the mascot ceremony for the men's individual Gunderson 10-kilometer cross-country race. Please welcome the winners. The mascots will be presented by Randy Wendt on behalf of Mount Van Hovenberg. In third place, representing Finland, Rasmus Atava. In second place, representing the United States of America, Nicholas Malasinski. And in first place, in the men's individual Gunderson 10-kilometer cross-country ski race, The champion representing Japan, Sakaturo Kobayashi. The Lake Placid 2023 FISU World University Games winners.